Stand up, John.
The sponsorships, you know, you get your own table, your own tent, and they take care of you, food, wine. I mean, we felt really privileged.
Yeah, it's a chalet. You get you actually are donating to have your own chalet, and you have, it's catered, and you have waiters, and it's quite a way to take friends and family, and you have an incredible day. Okay, that was good news number one. Good news number two, everybody knows that Dixie and Rick Walker are sort of consolidating their lives so that they can spend more time in Tulsa with their only child and only grandchildren. And so I've been helping them with some things. And the great news is Richard and I bought their tri-tune boat.
That is good. All right, anything else? Any more good news? Any more good news?
I'll say something.
Okay.
I'll go on what this highway said about Susan's family. I tell you what, we worked with her last year. This bill can test.
Yes.
We had problems with weather and everything like that, but it all worked out. I tell you, we worked with Susan this year. We started in October, and you just cannot believe what a great job this lady has done.
Yeah.
Just like David said, there's going to be a lot of volunteer. You'll be able to volunteer. There's a lot of fun. But I just can't say enough about Susan Campbell and what she's done and what is going to be done for this city, because this is the second annual. We're going to talk about it going for years like they do in Dallas, you know, and we'll put that as a power on that aviation wise. So anyway,
Okay. All right. Last year, it really was. It was just one thing after another, but we soldiered through and we got the job done. So thank you all for your good news. We're not going to have This Week in History because Paul is out of town, but we are going to have trivia time. Okay?
I'm aboard.
Going to ask one trivia question. This is good for a $20 gift certificate from Roost, thanks to Lisa Norton. Any ham radio operators in the room? Okay, I think I may have a chance to stump you guys. All right, the French call this, it's a symbol. The French call it the petite snail. The Dutch call it the monkey's tail. Amateur radio operators call it dit da da dit da dit. That's what it sounds like in code. A spokesman for the International Telecommunications Union, which is part of the United Nations, added that sign that I just pointed out to you guys to the International Morse Code alphabet in 2004. What does that code symbolize?
CQ.
Not CQ.
Not CQ.
No, sir.
No clue.
That's cargo.
No, it's not escargot. What?
SOS.
No, it's not SOS. Yes.
The at symbol?
$20. You got it.
Let's all get all this out of the way.
Yeah.
Good job, Curtis.
Let me ask you this one here, Curtis. Let me try to put you on the spot again, Curtis. Okay? Yeah, I see what you're trying to do. This U.S. telescope was put into orbit. It is named for a German astronomer, and it looks for extrasolar planets. I have no idea what an extrasolar planet is, but it looks for those that may contain water. Who is this satellite or this telescope named after? Who? It's not Hubble. Not Galileo. It's a German astronomer. German astronomer. Kepler. It's named after Kepler. All right, one more. We'll do one more. Ratified by Hungary in 2007, in Ireland in 2009. The Treaty of Lisbon specifies that a 2.5-year term for the president of what organization? No. European Union. Who said that?
My goodness.
$20.
Oh, my
Okay, Rotary business. Rotary business. Get this out of my way. All right, not trivia time. We're done with that, thankfully. This Saturday is Rotary District Training Assembly in Longview from 9 to 2. Our monthly board meeting will be next Friday at Altra Federal Credit Union. And as always, you do not have to be a member of the board to come to the meeting. Our Rotary International Convention is in Houston, June 4th through 8th, and I'll need your volunteer hours, so please email them to her. Next year, next week, we'll have Chris and Christy Hill come in and speak to us about the situation in Ukraine. And now it's time to bring up our President-elect, Dr. Allison Cameron, to introduce our speaker for this week.
We're going to start off with a video that Kathy is going to play for us.
Give me a moment. It was turned off for a while, I'm sorry. Everything has to be. But I can't email from this computer because it takes on the first email. Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
There we go. Oh. My apologies. But yeah, it worked at home. Okay. This is how the real world is.
Technology is great, except when it doesn't work.
Exactly. Thank y'all for your patience. Oh.
Don't touch it, Kathy.
The organization of the Tyler Junior College last September was a step in line with educational progress. It has afforded opportunity for college work to many of you who probably would not otherwise have had such an advantage. The future of the institution will, in a measure, depend upon you. It has been your privilege and prerogative this year to create, to inaugurate, and also to set a pace. You should be real pioneers, students of tomorrow who will be called upon to remember, preserve, and transmit your standards and ideals. The spirit of an institution determines its worth and justifies its claim for support and existence. what shall be the spirit of the Tyler Junior College? As students in the first year of its history, it is yours to say. Shall it be truth, honor, and integrity? Or shall it be carelessness and indifference? Shall it be earnest, conscientious work? Or shall it be any way to get credit? My vision and my hope for the Tyler Junior College of tomorrow depends upon the earnest, sincere, and the ambitious students of today.
This man, his resume is so impressive. He could almost apply anywhere to any job and be able to win it, almost sight unseen. What I'm getting ready to read you is only a fraction of the things that this man has done and accomplished. Juan Eduardo Mejia sirve con orgullo a los estudiantes y comunidades del este de Texas through his role as president and CEO for Tyler Junior College, TJC. He's approaching his 9th year anniversary. I can hardly grasp it's been 9 years. I can't fathom that. And prior to that, he served as the founding member and vice president for academic affairs and chief academic officer at South Texas College, STC. Both TJC and STC are among the initially recognized legacy colleges by the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board. He currently serves on the national board of the Community College Baccalaureate Association, the board of Texas Association of Community Colleges, Tyler Area Chamber of Commerce, Leadership Tyler, East Texas Human Needs Network, and the Music and Arts Alliance of Texas. And there's a ton more, I just cut them out. He is a member of the Tyler Business Education Council, the Tyler Area Partnership for Education, and the Smith County Seat Coalition. He's also previously served on the boards for the Texas Association of College Technical Educators, the Literacy Council of Tyler, and CASA of East Texas. Dr. Mejia was the 2017 recipient of the Nelson Award by the Texas Association of Community Colleges, and he's been recognized during the 84th, 85th, and 86th Texas legislative sessions for his service to Texas students and communities through his role in higher education. He's also recently recognized as Distinguished Pioneer of the Valley Scholars Program by South Texas College. He's a graduate of TSTI, Texas A&M University Corpus Christi, and Texas A&M University Kingsville. He believes in service to students and communities by creating a culture and environment where leadership is valued, learning is celebrated, collaboration is promoted, and personal and professional growth is encouraged and supported. His values include a commitment to the mission of junior/community colleges, the empowerment of everyone from the college community to achieve their fullest potential, an ethical value system where honor and principles permeate throughout, a vision for courage and legacy, and accountability and transparency that strengthens trust and respect within the college community and the external stakeholders. And as I said, I could double that easily, but I present to you Dr. Mejia for Thank you. I love that place that you saw in the video. Thank you, Kathy, for making that possible. Mr. President, thank you for the invitation to everyone here. Beautiful prayer, the Star Spangled Banner, doing the Pledge of Allegiance. It's a great day to be here in East Texas. What an honor. And Allison, for that kind introduction. You have such a great voice. And then in Spanish, to get it off in Spanish. Wow, that was amazing.
I'm a good actor.
That was wonderful. You did not have to read all that. Who am I kidding? I'm glad you read all of that. But my dear friend Allison, he did neglect a very important part, and some of you know this, and that is that I did serve as president of my 7th grade class. And I did it 2 years in a row, and almost ran the 3rd session. Good afternoon, beautiful people. Muy buenas tardes, gente tan bonita. Beautiful people indeed. When I hear all the celebratory things that are happening here, what a joy and delight. And it is an honor to be here with you. Now, please know as a speaker, I'm really horrible. I was telling Dr. Maybe how nervous I get. I try to avoid it. And that's why things get postponed. And I'll drink more tea than is necessary. And then I got to go take a break, and then I drink more tea. So this is a vicious cycle. But thank you for the opportunity. I'll keep the light up, watching the time as well. It is a great day to be in East Texas. I'll tell you a quick story just to kick it off. And Dr. Mejia, I'm bringing this story out of retirement. During the Obama administration, he was launching something called the American Graduation Initiative. And somehow they said, we're going to interview President Obama, and we need to select somebody that represents all community colleges throughout the country. This is inside higher education that secured the exclusive, and somehow by divine grace or by fluke, they said, Juan, you're it. We're going to interview you and President Obama. Well, I imagined myself out there in the White House with my legs crossed, talking with President Obama, shooting some hoops maybe. But then they said, no, it's just going to be over the phone. So they went my men's warehouse suit, had to hang it up. But they said, send us a good picture of you. So we took a nice glossy photo of Juan Mejia, we mailed it in. And then I remember the night before it was going to be released, I was all nervous. Like, oh my gosh, I did the interview, and I can tell you this. I had my tea going just like now. It was a 1-hour interview with like 3 panelists from inside higher ed, and they were asking questions, and I was quoting Martin Luther King, JFK. I was really knocking it out of the park. My mom would have been super proud. So next day I was bright and early. I woke up really early and I went online, and there it is. There's inside higher education, the American Graduation Initiative, and there's a picture of President Obama at Macomb Community College. And I was checking for the picture of Juan Mejia. My ego got the best of me, Ms. Reyes. No picture of Juan Mejia. But then so I started reading, and President Obama said this, and he said that and that. And finally I got a little tired, and I did a word search, Mejia, and there it is. And it said, Juan Mejia said, it's a great day to be at a college, period. That was it. This is a true story. So I was a little, I had experienced a machoectomy at that time. A couple of weeks later, I was in Austin for a meeting with the Texas Higher Ed Coordinating Board that y'all frequented, and all my colleagues were being so kind. They were like, Juan, we loved your article. We loved your interview. And I'm thinking, like, these guys are, I think I'm onto them. They're trying to mock me. So I told I said, you know what, guys, I only got in 10 words. And Dennis Brown, Dr. Dennis Brown, said, you know what, Juan? Those are 10 more words, and any one of us got into that. Congratulations. Why do I tell you this story? It's a great day to be in East Texas. It's a great day to be here in Tyler, Texas. It's a great day to be here with you. And why? Because of each and every one of you. There is magic happening here in our region, and it is not by accident. Absolutely divine grace above all, but amazing leadership that is taking place here. The collective heart of care, to find it in the room. The collective genius of intellect, a lot of synergy taking place to make our communities better. Now, when I talk about speaking, I'm going to break every rule. I'm going to first talk about me a little bit, then I'm going to talk about TJC, then about us. So a little bit about me. I'm a first-generation college student. My parents were born in Monterrey, Mexico. I was born in McAllen, Texas, but I didn't know any English. I was really trying to figure out what are people, when I went to first grade, people were asking questions. I saw the girl in front of me raise her hand, and I raised my hand, and they were asking, can all the girls raise your hand? So
Another mantra for me for Juan Mejia. I did not know it was foreign languages being taught, so my thoughts are, you know what, this is gonna be a hard life here in this country. But my parents were very particular about something, and they always tell me, please mention this one. They came to the United States through the legal system, through the help of the legal system. They said, that's the only way we know how to do it. We knew that we had to come through the front door, we had to pledge allegiance, learn everything, and become American citizens. So at the Mejia household, there is no Viva Mexico, there's no Mexican flags. We're United States citizens. We love this country. It is the greatest place in the world, and it's because of leaders like you. So going through navigating through school, I thought, hey, I want to help the family. I became a custodian at the 7th grade. My parents did not want me to work, but I knew I needed to contribute. So I was working as a custodian at an accounting firm, a lawyer's firm, whoever would hire me. I would work at night, go to school, and I thought, I got it made. I was making $40 a week. And I'm like, I think I could make a living like this and have a wife and kids, and I'll just have to tone it down a little bit. Until I saw a friend of mine that had a car. It was a beat-up car. He was wearing a nice hat. He worked in Montgomery wards. And I thought, what does that guy do? And they said, he sells bikes in Montgomery wards. And I realized, that's what I want to do. If this guy has a car, it was a piece of junk, but if he's got a car, that's what I need to do. But talk about game changers that you meet along the way. And there's a lot of vignettes I could take off from here. Meeting Dr. Mike Mejia, my dear friend of over 30 years, mentor, and appreciate my 6th president of Tyler Junior College, and just an amazing friend who takes somebody and says, I think you can do a little bit more than this. Is where it's at. To think of Dr. Mejia already being Dr. Mejia and enrolling in classes at the university with me just to motivate me. And he was already Dr. Mejia, the founding administrator of this amazing institution, and he would pick me up, we'd eat sandwiches, and we'd go to school, and we took some crazy courses. Everyone thought Dr. Mejia was my assistant because he would carry a notepad and take a lot of notes. And little did they know he was my boss, and a wonderful, wonderful man. And the room is filled with great leaders like this. Well, now, I'll tell you, when I first went to the university outside of Dr. Mejia, I did not know any better. My parents said, go enroll. I went and signed up for 24 hours. Where were the advisors at that time? I don't know, but I signed up for 24 hours, drove home, and my parents said, well, that's a problem. That's kind of slackery. What are you going to do with the rest of the 40 hours? So I said, you know what? I didn't think about it. Let me drive back over, forget internet calling. If you called, there was a busy signal, so I'll put water in my radiator. Let me put a little gas in the carburetor so the car can turn on and go again up to Edinburgh. And they said, no, 24 hours is actually a lot. We need to cut it down a little bit. That was a very tough first semester, and I thought, higher ed is not for me. And again, Dr. Mejia comes to the rescue again and said, no, stay the course. And so talk about gratitude that I will forever have. So a little bit about joining the college. Dr. Mejia was the founding, it's going to be a presentation about Dr. Mejia. The founding administrator about an amazing institution in South Texas. He needed a sidekick and said, Juan Mejia, can you come and lead your role and join me to develop this fledgling institution that became the fastest growing institution in the country, winner of the Leomeyer Award, winner of the Achieving the Dream Award, and transformed our region from the highest unemployment rates of 40%, bringing it down to the single digits. Average household incomes of $16,000 per family to all of a sudden has unemployment in the single digits and average household incomes of close to $50,000. That's transformational, and that's what's happening here in our region. So, Tyler Junior College, I'm there serving in South Texas, and I get a call, Dr. Mejia, I think you've been trying, many of you have heard this, but 90% of my stories that start with, I was with Dr. Mejia, they all end with, and I almost died. They really do. Dr. Mejia scuba dives, mountain climbs, he rides bikes, and I think he's been trying to kill me for like 30 years. And I love the man. So I was in McAllen, my wife, kids, dogs, cats, everybody had a job 4 minutes away from my office. And Dr. Mejia said, have I got a good deal for you here in Tyler? You got to come visit. You're going to meet my dear friend, Dr. Mabry, at the chamber meeting there with Henry Bell. And we're going to come talk about early college high school. So I said, Dr. Mejia, I'll make the drive. He said, bring your wife too. So I brought the wife. We spent 1 day here in Tyler. And on the drive home, all I could think of was, I need to be living there in Tyler. Sorry about that, man. And I remember I broke the news to my wife. I said, I'm gonna have to leave you. Not like divorce. I said, I'm gonna have to leave, and I'm the any position that Dr. Mickey has open, I'm gonna apply for that. Because I need to be there in Tyler, the Tyler Junior College. And Dr. Mickey is witness about this, about taking the career, some downward movements. Those of you in education may think, well, that was not very wise on this guy. But Dr. Mickey is a good salesman and said, this is gonna pay off. This is good for you. So I came, in the first semester, I lived in the dormitories. And Dr. Mickey set me up a dorm. And I can tell you this, that I bought me a barbecue pit and had the greatest time meeting students. What have we done since? Well, the college, again, thanks to all of you, is getting ready to celebrate 100 years. It was established since 1926, as you saw, a major legacy taking place. What has taken place since then? The enrollment, although people will say, is one of the smallest colleges, and that's why I like to go there. This is a powerhouse institution with 13,000 students, another 20,000 in the continuing ed side. One of the first to award baccalaureate degrees by junior colleges. Now the first Bachelor of Science ever by junior college, here at Tyler Junior College, and you know why it was possible? Because Dr. Mabry did not oppose it. He could have blocked it, but he said, no, this is good for our community, let's do it. And that's the kind of leadership that's taking place here. We're now working on the third and fourth baccalaureates, and those are going to be rolled out soon. Are we building programs that don't serve our communities? Not at all. We don't have any programs in submarine technology. It's what works in our area for economic development and for improvement. You talk about academic excellence. We just graduated 1,225 students. So now that they've cleared all the roads, close to 1,300 students this past Friday. I want to thank my dear colleague, Mitch Andrews, a visitor today to your Rotary, and all his group. We just held 4 ceremonies and had about 10,000 people packed all throughout the day at the gymnasium there because we believe in education. So that's a gratitude to you and our communities. What is the challenge that I would like to give to all of us is to do 2 things. Ralph Waldo Emerson said that the crime that will bankrupt men and nations is that from turning away from one's main purpose in life and focus on little projects here and there. We're focused on the big project, and that's the overall benefit to our students and our communities. And lastly, I ask you to do everything that's needed to the point of excellence with true leadership. A great North American writer, when talking about leadership, said that the greatest need that we have for today are for leaders who will not be bought nor sold. For leaders who will be sincere and honest in the most intimate parts of their souls. For leaders who are true to what is right, just like the compass will always point to the pole. For leaders who are not afraid to call sin by its rightful name. And for leaders who will stand on the side of justice till the heavens may fall. That is what your Rotary is known for. The work that you do to get rid of polio. The 92nd annual Rotary Young Citizens Award. That is you. Now we need to go out there and tell the story loud and proud about the work that we're able to do together. It is a great day to be here in East Texas because of each and every one of you. Go Apaches.
Dr. Mickey, that was a great message. I will just say, I talked about this to you earlier, but I want to just say it to the entire club. After the function where we honored the youth, you spoke there, very motivational, but I had so many people that came up to me afterwards. A lot of them called, a few people got my email and said all sorts of real nice things about the entire event, but especially your speech. It was very, very motivational. I want to present you now with this certificate that we, I want to present this to you. What we do as a club, for each of our speakers that come in, we donate a book in your honor to the Literacy Council. And you're welcome here anytime.
Thank you very
We'd
much.
love to have you come speak.
Thank you very much.
Okay? We get everything straightened out here. Okay, let me see here.
Bill,
David?
can we ask one question?
Okay.
How many in the room with TJC are graduated? We're
Yeah.
behind Apaches.
All right, hey, Jim, how much do we collect on the good news basket?
Well, I did attend TJC. 39 cards, 200,
No, how much did we collect in the good news basket?
oh. We or me?
Look, don't start. How much is in the basket?
There is currently $164, including a $2 bill.
$2 bill.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
And, okay, but on this, we got $2,374 in this.
$2,374 for our Ace of Diamonds award. We're gonna get Dr. Mejia to draw a ticket.
Yes, sir. Last three numbers. Oh, man, I don't have like last. 127.
127. Who's got it?
Dr. Mejia. Yeah, I think I'm better here.
127.
It is.
I love it.
Let me try.
That's awesome.
It's not smudging, it's real.
That is
Oh, boy. What'd you get, Dr. Mickey? Ace of Spades. All right, guys. Listen, I want to thank all of you for being here today, especially our visitors. We encourage you to join. I want to thank our visiting Rotarian. Just moved here in time for the weather. It's great. Let's all go ahead and stand for the four-way test of things we think, say, or do as Rotarians. First.
Is it the truth?
Second.
Is it fair to all concerned?
Third.
Will it build goodwill and better friendships?
Fourth.
Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
And we are dismissed.